Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Freeman Motorsports. Today we're bringing you the beef. It's What's for Dinner 300 qualifying for the NASCAR Xfinity Series season opener at Daytona. Talk over me. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe. The first cars are hitting the track right now. A couple drivers are going to be going home. 44 cars are entered, and there's only space for 38 drivers. Right. Thanks to everybody watching, though, right now. Sorry for that technical difficulty. So currently we are under commercial, but they're still having some of the first cars go. You can see on your leaderboard right now, Jade Buford with the fastest time. That's the second Big Machine Racing machine. So I'm not surprised that that car has some speed. Kyle Steed goes second overall with the 0.549. Then Josh Bilicki in third, 0.82 seconds off. And then Garrett Smithley 1 second off of Jade Buford's time. And Jade Buford's time would have been good enough for, I believe, like second place or third place in the NASCAR Cup Series qualifying. So that was a pretty solid lap there from that 5 machine. But thanks to anybody tuning in here early on in this one. We'll be live for the ARCA race as well as the NASCAR Xfinity Series race today, so make sure you don't miss any of that action. Yeah, man, they're literally just showing a commercial right now over the qualifying. Usually they don't do that, but I guess that's what they're doing right now. So Dexter Stacy has just put down his lap, and he goes third overall. Dang. Oh, boy, Ryan Vargas looks like he's going to miss the show. That's a tough break for Vargas. They were not even able to get the car to roll off. So it looks like Mark Harmon Racing is still just stuck in a terrible spot. Right now, the 45, though, of Cesar Baccarella for Alpha Prime Racing on the racetrack. This 45 car coming across the line. I almost said truck. Hold on one moment, ladies and gents. Did I make... Hold on. I'm checking some things on my end right now. Okay, there we go. Thanks to watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe here for Xfinity Series qualifying at Daytona. Baccarella went second overall. Now on the track is the 13 machine. Bailey Curry is on track. Not quite sure. Oh, so I'm so confused right now. So I'm so confused. Now, that was really confusing what just happened there. Timmy Hill just had on the back straightaway. He was almost getting a draft from Bailey Curry, but then I think he kind of bailed on the lap. I don't know. NASCAR, I don't really know who's to blame for that. But anyways, Bailey Curry goes 4th overall. Lowe's is on that number 4 car. First time we've seen Lowe's in the sport in a little bit. Now here comes Gray Gaulding onto the track. Here comes the 08 onto the racetrack. How many qualified, Ginger? The top 38 will qualify. It's kind of a mess because there's certain provisionals for certain cars on owners points from last year, but your top 33 on speed get in no matter what. So you're trying to be inside the top 33. So far, it's Jade Buford on pole. He's got a 10th. He's been a tenth of a second faster than anybody else. Cesar Baccarel 2nd, Kyle Sieg 3rd, Bailey Curry 4th, Dexter Stacy 5th, Josh Bickley 6th, Garrett Smithley 7th, Timmy Hill 8th, and Ryan Vargas was not able to make his qualifying run, and so he's in 9th. So now Gray Gaulding's on the clock with SS Greenlight Racing. Thanks to everybody watching. Appreciate it if you drop a like if you haven't already. 44 cars are there, I believe. So 6 people are going home. And one of those, I think, is already confirmed to be the 74 of Ryan Vargas. It's a tough break for Vargas. I know that he's kind of a more popular driver of the kind of back markers, if you will, in Xfinity. Gaulding's lap time tracking about 4/10 off of Buford's, so that would put him in, I believe, about 3rd place at the line. He's going to go 3rd on the board, 50.07. But 10 cars have gone, still 34 more to go. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to keep... We're under commercial break here once again. I wonder if they're going to keep running cars under commercial like they were doing earlier. Next up to qualify will be Jesse Wuji, then Alex LeBay, then Brett Moffitt. And then the last car to go out of the entire field will be Sammy Smith. I wonder how this order was determined. It's like very random. But you're also having a lot of like the slower cars kind of go first. So I don't know if it's owner points or not. Like one of the last cars to go is the 35 is CJ McLaughlin and the 53 is Joey Gase. So I know those people were not high in owners points last year, so I'm not quite sure how all these points got shuffled around exactly. Yeah, that time from Buford's a legit time. Like I think that's going to be good enough possibly to get him into the top 10. That Jade Buford, has struggled over the last year, but he's fielding a second Big Machine Racing car this weekend, and Big Machine usually has some decent speed at these plate tracks. But the top 33 get it in on speed. So you just don't want to be in the bottom 11. Otherwise, you're going to have to be banking off of some sort of provisional, which most of these guys don't have that have gone so far. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Appreciate it. Trying to get to 3,300 subscribers today. I think we might be able to do that during the ARCA race. So yeah, we're going to be live for the ARCA race at 1:30. So qualifying will probably be over around 12:31. And so we'll have about an hour break, an hour intermission, then the ARCA race, and then maybe another hour or so intermission until we get to the Xfinity Series race at 5. And then that race will take us into the nighttime, probably at around 8:30, depending on how many cautions we get. Ginger, you're rooting for the Colleague cars. Yeah, isn't Justin Haley running this weekend, I believe, in a extra Colleague entry? I'm going to look here real quick at the qualifying order, looking for Justin Haley. Haley. Yeah, Justin Haley in the number 10 once again. For Kaulig, he did the Xfinity Series race at Daytona in the summer last year. Yeah, when we come back, the next cars to qualify will be Jesse Iwuji, Alex Labbe, Brett Moffitt, Josh Williams, and Brennan Poole. And the key thing is you just don't want to be in the bottom 11. You want to be in the top 33 fastest. Because if you're in the bottom 11, you're going to have to rely on some sort of provisional to get in, which most of these smaller teams don't have. It's really more so just in case somebody like Sam Mayer if Sam Mayer totally misses the qualifying run or whatever, that's that way he's still in the big show. So Jesse Iwuji on track now. Oh, wait, no. Jesse Iwuji not on track? Brett Moffitt's on track? Did we, mess up the qualifying order? I'm kind of confused right now. I'm interested to see what happens here. Oh, Iwuji also did not start. 34 of Iwuji also did not start. I don't know if he has a provisional. I don't think he does. So Iwuji also might be going home here. I'm surprised that he's not running that car. Unless they maybe broke something. And so did Labbe. So 3 drivers have not started here in qualifying already. And I have a feeling all 3 of them are probably going to go home. So that does help out some drivers now that they don't have to be as many drivers since a couple of them did not even run. But here comes Moffitt. He's going to go 6th on the board, just behind Bailey Curry and ahead of Stacy. So here comes Josh Williams to start his qualifying run. Right now, the top 10 move to the next round. Okay, so they're not talking about the broadcast on any of those do not starters on if they have a shot at even making it in, but I have a feeling Vargas, Labbe, and Iwuji are all pretty much going to be going home. Right now, Josh Williams, lap time, tracking him for probably right about 8th place or so. Maybe 7th, we'll see as he comes to the line here. And he is going to go. Oh, wow, he goes 4th. I did not realize he was tracking that far. But yeah, Josh Williams goes 4th on the board. 2, 4. Okay, so you just have to beat 11 cars to guarantee your spot in the show. So right now, Buford, Baccarella, and Gaulding are all guaranteed to be in the race later today. Now, Brennan Poole on track in his first start, where he'll be full-time again for the first time in a while for JD Motorsports. Right now, he's tracking in the green. But that green is for the 10th place car, not the pole overall. His teammate Curry went with a 50.259. Right now, Poole looks to be tracking even better than that. I have high hopes for Poole this year in the Xfinity Series. High hopes. This is looking to be a good lap for Brendan right here. We'll see here at the line. This might put him 2nd. And at the line, it's going to be close. He's always going to go 3rd. 3rd on the board. Saw lap time there from Poole. And he is now in the show. Your top 4 in the show. And then basically after the next car, your top 5, top 6. That's your best way of keeping track of it. Basically, as long as you're not in the bottom 11. And basically, right now, Vargas, Iwuji, Labbe, all 3 of those cars are not able to make a qualifying run. So add them on to those 11 on the leaderboard when you're looking at it from my end. Next on the racetrack is Jeffrey Earnhardt. And right now, Earnhardt tracking for about third place on the leaderboard. I don't know. I think he's losing a bit of time to Brennan here. This might be fourth. Yeah, this is looking like fourth place, maybe fifth as he comes off of turn 4. And at the line, Jeffrey Earnhardt is going to go 5th overall. So that will put him in the show as well. And they're going to cut to commercial break once again. But Earnhardt's going to be full-time this year for Alpha Prime Racing, so hopefully they can have some success this weekend to start off their full-time campaign. T-Van, what's up? Freeman, Ginger, sure, I'll take a joke. NASCAR guy Vargas should have been full-time in truck, or he should have gotten a full-time ride. Yeah, it's a tough break. I mean, he's trying to make something happen with Mike Harmon Racing, but they were terrible last year, and it looks like things still are not looking good over at that team this year, as they weren't even able to get the car out on track here. NASCAR guy, even though you can't watch some races, you decide to watch Mr. Freeman. I appreciate it. NASCAR guy, RCR should have given Jeffrey Earnhardt another chance since he did so good in the 3 last year. I agree. I just don't know if Earnhardt was going to be able to bring enough of his own funding. He has that one grass company or whatever it is that's a pretty loyal sponsor, but outside of that, I just don't think he has a lot of funding to really merit him getting a full-time ride. And as much as we talk about talent, money is still probably the biggest factor in terms of who gets which cars. What I call a huge belt of watches. Oh, this is I'm trying to think of a belt and time joke. I can't. I don't got an answer. Oh, Parker Retzlaff. So they are running cars right now, even though it's commercial. Parker Retzlaff will go second on the board. I think he's going to be somebody you definitely want to keep your eye on this season. I don't know how good that Jordan Anderson equipment is going to be, but I think Retzlaff definitely has a lot of talent. He could definitely turn some heads throughout the season this year. I already know he turned quite a few last year after his run, where was it, I believe, at Richmond. I think his first or second start where he ran up inside the top 10. Yes, we will be streaming ARCA, Mr. Fly to the Sky, starting that stream at 1:30. Okay, the next car on track, trying to see when the leaderboard adjusts. Blaine Perkins was the next car to go in the 07, and he goes 9th on the board. And that will be good enough from looking at it, relatively speaking. Right now, your top 7 are locked in. So Jeffrey Earnhardt and Josh Williams are now locked into the show. Now, next up on the racetrack is the 24. I believe, isn't Parker Chase in that car this weekend? Yes, it is. And right now, he's tracking just below that 10th place cutoff line for the next round. Really, the time that he's really trying to beat is 7th place Josh Williams. Yeah, right now, he's not tracking for a good lap time right here. This is probably going to put him probably about 12th place or so at the line. Parker Chase is going to go 13th on the board. So, yeah, he's going to be hoping for more than that. I don't think that may not be good enough for him to get into the show. I don't believe that 24 card much owner's points to go off of. So, that could be one of your DNQs right there. I have no idea what you call a huge belt of watches. A huge belt of watches? Is it supposed to be one of those where it's catches you off guard? NASCAR, Parker, and Jade can probably be a factor today. Oh, yeah, I'd definitely be looking out for both Jade and Parker. And even though Jade Buford really struggled in his starts for Big Machine Racing on the plate tracks, he tended to usually excel. Do I think there's going to be a flip in ARCA? Yeah. I mean, I think there's a decent chance, but I just don't know if there are enough competitive cars to where like the draft will be getting crazy or anything like that. Yeah, that was an amazing race last night, Ski Racer. That was the best race of the season. Like, what are you talking about? Right now, here comes Jeremy Clements, and he's going to put that thing 13th on the board, but I believe he has a provisional, so he does not have to worry about being outside the bottom 11. So since he has the winner's provisional, since he won this race last July, he doesn't have to worry about qualifying his way in here. Next up is the 00 of Cole Custer. Cole Custer, I think, is by far and away the championship favorite at the moment. And now we'll see what this 00 car has in terms of speed. Right now he's tracking right up there with Jade Buford, so this is looking to probably be a top 3 lap time at least. Right now, the top 9 drivers are safe, so Blaine Perkins is in the show. Bailey Curry, I think, just needs one more car to go slower than him to lock into the show. But right now, Cole Custer looking to take the new pole time. He's edging out ahead of Buford on the timing and scoring. And Cole Custer is going to be your new temporary pole sitter here in round 1 with a 49.628. Here comes Parker Kligerman. Or he'll be one of the next cars to go here soon. I'm just blinking right now, guys. Still kind of waking up last night. Was not ideal. I think everybody can agree with that. Appreciate anybody watching, though, right now. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Last night's race was better than the Coke 600. Oh, I gotta agree with you on that. Yeah, big old waste of time. Sea Racer 73, you went to Richmond, and you saw him in the 00. He's now one of your favorite drivers. Yeah, I think Custer is going to tear it up this year, and that 00 looks so cool. Like, the paint scheme is so sharp. Even though it's just the bland Haas sponsorship, it looks so sharp. Right now, though, on the racetrack is Ryan Ellis, and it looks like he is not going to be able to get into the top 10 here. Looking for about 13th. Oh, it's going to be 17th on the board. That could be concerning for Ellis. I'm not sure if they have enough points from last year to get a provisional or not. But hopefully they can make the big show here. I know that 43 car had some issues yesterday, so they had to do a lot of repairs on it. So that might be why that car's struggling compared to his 2 teammates. Yeah, Stuart NASCAR guy, the 98 and the 00, the only Stuart Haas cars in Xfinity right now. Here, I'm going to look at the leaderboard, though. Right now, you just don't want to be inside the bottom 11. And since Vargas, Iwuji, and LeBay were not able to run their lap times, your bottom 11 right now, the current guys that are looking at possibly being eliminated are LeBay, Iwuji, Vargas, Hill, Smithley, Ellis, Balicki, and then Chase, Clements, Stacy, and Moffitt. I think Bailey Curry is now safe. The next cars to qualify will be Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Sieg, Justin Haley, Sheldon Creed, John Hunter Nemechek, and Riley Herbst. But if we look through some of these cars that are yet to go, I think that battle for being in tonight's race or not is going to be really interesting, because I think some cars that are probably not going to have great pace are going to be that 35 of CJ McLaughlin and the 53 of Joey Gase, as well as probably the 27 of Jeb Burton. That car may not be the quickest. The 02 of David Starr, and then really just Anthony Alfredo. I mean, there's still about in Kaz Grala, so there's about 6 or so cars still that could potentially struggle in terms of pace. Oh, and also the 39 Joe Graff Jr. That's a RCR or Ryan Sieg racing car, so that should have a good pace, or at least good enough to qualify. Thanks for watching, though. Appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe. We'll be going live for the ARCA race and the Xfinity Series race later today, as well as Cup tomorrow. What are your guys' thoughts on the races later today? Who's winning the Xfinity Series race? Give me your predictions. Give me your thoughts. Anthony Alfredo on track, though. He's with B.J. McLeod Motorsports this year in the 78 after leaving the 23 last season. As they come off of turn 4, he's about to start his flying lap. If you run, his teammate Garrett Smithley went 18th overall, about a second off of the lead pace right now, so hopefully Alfredo can run faster than that. He's probably going to need to. Well, right now he's tracking in the green relative to 10th place, Blaine Perkins, so that's pretty good right now. Actually, yeah, Alfredo's got a solid lap time here. I mean, I don't know if McLeod butchered it, or maybe they just got two different levels of equipment right now. Maybe that 99 is not got the same equipment or the same engine under the hood as this 78. But right now, Anthony Alfredo's looking to take the pole spot. That 78 is flying around the racetrack, and Alfredo is going to go to the top of the charts with a 49.433. That was faster than the Cup cars on Thursday night. Oh, my goodness. That was a really solid time from Alfredo. He's definitely going to be happy with that. Next up to qualify is going to be Ryan Sieg after him. And Ryan Sieg starting his flying lap. I cannot believe Alfredo went that fast, man. See Justin Haley winning tonight. Snyder is not full-time at Xfinity, but he is going to be running in the Joe Gibbs number 19, like all-star car, more so pay for a couple rides car. So he's going to be doing, I think, like 6 starts in the 19 with Joe Gibbs. So, and he's doing one of them tonight. So I think, yeah, that car is definitely going to be strong. I see Cole Custer doing well. Here comes Ryan Sieg in 38. And this is going to be a solid lap time as well. This is going to put him all the way up to 7th. Yeah, I was just talking about how I thought Alfredo was going to be the last slow cars to go. And he must have heard me and taken that personally, because he just put down a flying lap. Here comes Justin Haley to start his quick time. This is the first College car to go. And right now he is tracking ahead of Alfredo as they go into turn 1. It's really down the back straightaway. Yeah, now Haley losing out to Alfredo. Did they, like, forget to put the restrictor plate on the 78 or something? Dude, I think the 78, like, maybe doesn't have a restrictor plate on it or something, because I think it genuinely, down the back straightaway, he just gaps everybody. It's like it just has a higher top end. Haley's going to go 6th overall, so, I mean, I guess he wasn't really that fast to begin with necessarily, but, like, Alfredo just gapped the field, like, right in the center of the back straightaway. It's like just that 78 a bit more top speed. Here comes Sheldon Creed, who I also think is going to have a lot of success this year, even though he missed the playoffs last year. I think he's going to get it turned around for RCR this season. And right now he has got a really fast time He's already almost 3/10 to the green, and they aren't even off of turn number 4. And yeah, he is looking to be ahead of Alfredo. But I wonder if Alfredo's going to also gain on this 2-car down the back straightaway. Yeah, and he does. Not as much as he did with Haley, but like, yeah, it's like just through the back straightaway, the 78 just like picks up speed. I don't know. It's almost like he was able to get like a little bit of DRS or something. Just gets an extra like 5-mile-per-hour boost. But Creed will go second on the board. I mean, he'll still be pretty happy with that lap, I'd imagine. Next up is John Hunter Nemechek with Joe Gibbs racing in the number 20 Mobil 1 machine. Yeah, something is up with that 78. I want to look at the telemetry once again when they go down the back straightaway, and I want to see if there's a point where it's like the 78 just starts speeding up. But right now, Nemechek is looking to be the fastest as they come off of turn 2. But once again, so down the back straightaway, most guys are going like 178, 177. And then Alfredo can jump up to like 181. And everybody else is going like 177. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe Alfredo just got one heck of a tailwind on that lap. I don't know. It's like, yeah, like Alfredo literally is just dead even with the other guys on the timing and scoring, and then right when he gets to the like halfway point of the back straightaway, like he just picks up an extra 4 miles an hour. Like I just don't understand. And, like he must have just gotten a great tailwind, or maybe everybody else is having to face a headwind right now. Now here comes Riley Herbst on his lap, and right now he's tracking ahead of Alfredo as well. Down the back straightaway. And yeah, it's just like that 78 just speeds up. I mean, just once, it's like over like a period of like 5 seconds, that 78 just gets a turbo. I wonder what Alfredo is saying. I want to hear what Alfredo has to say about this. Herbst goes third overall. Now they're interviewing Alfredo. Dude, like, I don't know how the 78 has so much speed. Like, yeah, he's like, they must have just gotten a good gust of wind because, like, he just blew out the entire field in terms of speed. And now Garala is on track, and yeah, these Sam Hunt racing cars, they must not have the strongest of engines underneath them because they're struggling for speed. And right now, down the back straightaway, Garala is tracking about 2/10 off of the cutoff line, so that would put him out probably 15th overall. I'm just looking for where this lap time probably put him. Yeah, probably about 17th, 18th overall. Still probably safe, but his teammate Parker Chase, I'd be pretty worried. And Garala is going to go 19th overall. So I believe with him going that slow, I believe that locks him into the show. And I think Stacy is the first man out as of right now. Next up on the racetrack, AJ Allmendinger. Here we'll see. I said AJ Allmendinger. I forgot. Chandler Smith's in the 16 full time this year. Chandler Smith. I got to get used to all the driver swaps right now. Right now, he's looking pretty solid down the back straightaway. He's looking faster than Alfredo, but once again, Alfredo just gets that boost. And he's just going to pass right by the 16. I think the whole broadcast booth is like just losing their minds right now. And I mean, rightfully so. This is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Mr. Fly to the Sky. They have the 20 with John Hunter Nemechek. They have the 19 with Myatt Snyder, which is about to qualify right now. And then I believe what they have 3 cars. I'm blanking. Who's the other? Who is the other? I'm going to figure that out right now. All right, here comes Myatt Snyder, and then Sammy Smith in the 18. Duh. Okay. Yeah, so those are the 3 drivers for Joe Gibbs this weekend. Thanks everybody watching right now. Appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to 3,300 subscribers. We're just 17 away. Now, something definitely seems slightly suspicious with the 78. Now, here comes Myatt Snyder off of turn 4 in that number 19, and he is looking, this will probably put him up in the top 5, and he is going to go, up to 8th, so not as fast as I anticipated, but still a solid lap time for Snyder. Probably won't be good enough for round 2 of qualifying. I know, 78 is faster than, like, the best teams. Like, he just blows by the RCR cars, which have, like, the best plate racing program in the Xfinity Series by a mile. Here comes Parker Kligerman on the track, though, and he is another one of those RCR-affiliated cars with Big Machine Racing. I'd have to imagine this lap time is probably going to put him right up there in the top 5 near Sheldon Creed. Oh, but Kligerman is flying now. The 78 is speeding up, but I don't know if the 78 is going to speed up enough to catch Kligerman. Oh, it's going to be close. I think Kligerman may get the 78 here. It's going to be really close. Who's it going to be, Kligerman? Or is Alfredo going to be able to stay out front? And I think Kligerman's back to the top of the board, so Alfredo has been dethroned. Alfredo's been dethroned. Now it's Kligerman to the top of the board. Next up, we have David Starr. Whew. Okay. But an update on the cars that are in jeopardy of missing out on the show. Your bottom 11 are most likely going home, or well, 8 of your bottom 11 will go home. There are a couple of provisionals that will be given out. Yeah, it looks like LeBay, Owuji, Vargas, Hill, Smithley, Ellis, Blicky, Chase, Clements, Stacy, and Garala are your bottom 11 right now. So I believe you would have 1 provisional to Jeremy Clements, and then I don't know who else gets the provisionals. I think maybe the 26 of Kaz Garala, maybe the 43 of Ryan Ellis. They were pretty high in owners' points. And the 0-2, though, as he works his way off of turn 4, he is going to go 20th on the board. So that'll put him in the show tonight. That's good enough for that. So next to go is Jeb Burton, but I think he might be having some issues on pit road right now. Okay, they're able to get the 27 fired off. Okay. It looks like they were concerned there for a moment. They were having issues getting it going. Okay, here comes Jeb Burton on the track. They almost were not able to get that thing off. If he was not able to fire it up right there, I had a feeling they may not have let him qualify. So he just got saved by the bell. And then after him will be Joe Graff Jr., Josh Berry, Joey Gase. There's only, how many cars are still left? There's only 10 cars left to qualify. And then we'll move on to round 2, and we'll figure out probably who's going home. Now across the line, here comes Jeb Burton to start his flying lap. His teammate Parker Retzlaff went 10th overall so far, so it looks like those Jordan Anderson cars have some good speed right now. Well, right now he's tracking pretty much even with his teammates' time. He's about 1/100th off of it. So yeah, that teammate, his teammate Retzlaff is literally about maybe half a tenth faster than he is. So yeah, those two cars are probably set up the exact same way, the 31 and the 27. So yeah, it looks like that 27 car is probably going to go 11th or 12th overall as we come across the line. Jeb Burton is going to qualify in 13th. So, I mean, that'll put him in the show. So now that Burton has made his lap time, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars still to qualify. Next will be Joe Graff Jr., then Josh Berry, then Joey Gase, Austin Hill, and Justin Allgaier. Those are your next 5. But yeah, right now your bottom 11, the guys that are in risk of going home, are Kaz Gralla, Dexter Stacy, Jeremy Clements, Parker Chase, Josh Bilicki, Ryan Ellis, Garrett Smithley, Timmy Hill, Ryan Vargas, Jesse Wuji, Alex LeBay. And NASCAR guy Rip Our Motorsports. I mean, I'm honestly just surprised that they were able to even show up to Daytona. Hopefully, David Starr can bring them some funding and kind of help revitalize that team. They had 3 full-time cars last year, right? And they just overstretched their limits and almost basically ran the team into the ground. Basically did run the team into the ground. But they were able to bring 1 car to Daytona, and the O2 looks like he's got solid pace. So, and David Starr is, not necessarily going to blow the doors off of any car, but I mean he'll be, he'll keep it safe. He'll be a serviceable driver. Tony, how you doing? NASCAR guy who's not qualified in. Yeah, I just kind of listed off the name of who's in jeopardy. I think the people that are guaranteed to go home right now are Alex LeBay, Jesse Wuji, Ryan Vargas, because they were not high in owners points last year and they weren't even able to set a time. Then after that, I'm not sure. I think Josh Bilicki is probably also in jeopardy. Parker Chase. I think those 5, I'd say, are probably the most at risk right now. I know Jeremy Clements, even though he's in the bottom 11, is in because he has the previous winner's provisional. I believe that 66 is also probably in there, pretty high in owners points last year. I think the 43 as well. But other than that, not totally sure. Cleaning the porch. Got you in my ear. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks to anybody tuning in, whether or not you're got me up next to your TV or if you're in your car driving and listen to somebody talk about practice. Or however you're tuning in, I appreciate it. We'll be live for the ARCA race at 1:30 Eastern Time. Then the Xfinity Series race at 5 o'clock. Qualifying will probably be wrapped up here within the next half hour, as round 1 is starting to come to a close. Only a couple more cars left to go. Currently, Kligerman the fastest car. Then Alfredo second, Creed third, Herbst fourth, Chandler Smith in 5th. Currently, the driver on the cut line is Parker Retzlaff with a 49.756. Really, qualifying at Daytona is more so a test of the teams and what they're able to bring in terms of a machine, not really the driver. The driver just puts their foot to the floor the whole way around, and it's just who can bring the best and fastest machinery, not necessarily the driver. But in the race, then it's pretty much, who is the fastest, or, who is the most knowledgeable driver in terms of making good decisions at good times and finding the right runs to work their way to the front and just not getting caught up in the big one. Currently on track is Joe Graff Jr. in the 39 for Ryan Sieg Racing. Currently, he's tracking in the red relative to the 10th place cut line. Right now, you just got to be inside the top 24 to lock yourself into the race later today. And this time might be pretty close. He's cutting it close right now. Oh, but that 39 is pretty high on owner's points, so I think he would get some sort of provisional even if he doesn't go inside the top 33. At the line, though, Joe Graff Jr. is going to put that 39 machine. 22nd overall, so good enough to be in the top 24. He's in the show no matter what. Next up, Josh Berry, the number 8 car for Junior Motorsports. That Bass Pro Shops car looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. That silver base is sharp. Oh, right now, though, he is tracking kind of below the cut line, flirting with disaster right now. Not really disaster, but those Junior Motorsports cars, they're expected to be right up there battling for pole today. But Josh Berry comes from racing short tracks. So, you know, this super speedway driving, not necessarily up his alley, but like I said, it more so comes up to the team rather than the driver in qualifying. And that number 8 car is going to be good. But as he comes off of turn 4, he's starting to lose a little bit of time, actually. And into the tri-oval, it looks like he might just come up short. Berry is going to go 12th on the board. He's going to miss out on the second round of qualifying. A little surprising there. Next up will be Joey Gase in the 53 for Emerling Gase Racing. Then after him will be Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Daniel Hemrick, and Brandon Jones. Then his teammate C.J. McLaughlin in the 35 for Emerling Gase. And then Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith will be the last car to qualify in round 1. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get this thing up to 20 likes. Do I think there will be a flip this weekend? I think there will be. I think it's just because people keep asking me that, and I think we're going to get one flip this weekend at this point. Oh, the 53, it's Gase, it looks like, but on here it says the 53. Oh, wait, no, it does say the 53 is Gase. Okay. He is tracking. This is not looking to be a very good lap time for him. I don't know if they have. I think they might have a points provisional, but we'll see. This lap is going to be good enough for it. He is going to go the slowest on the track. So 34th overall. Yeah, they're going to need some sort of points provisional to make it into the show tonight. Austin Hill coming through the tri-oval. He won this race last year. He won a couple plate races last year. I think he's got to be the favorite for tonight's event. The RCR cars always have so much speed, and he just has such a feel for plate racing. I really thought he was going to be able to tear it up in the Cup car this weekend, but unluckily he got caught up in one of those incidents during the duels on Thursday night. But still, at the other plate tracks that he attempts this year in the Cup Series, I think he's definitely going to be somebody to keep an eye on. And if he does eventually make it to the Cup Series, he just has a knack for these plate tracks. As he goes down the back straightaway, that 21 car looks it looks like he's going to take the top spot away from Kligerman right now. And here comes Austin Hill through the tri-oval. This is a monstrous lap right here. 49.282. That would be well faster than the Cup Series pole this weekend. The Cup cars have really, it's more so the next gen is just slower than the Gen 6. The next gen is almost 2.5 seconds slower in terms of single car runs around the racetrack than the Gen 6. Here comes Justin Allgaier, currently tracking in second place on the leaderboard. Hoping for better than his teammate Josh Berry. Right now, the driver on the cut line, though, is Myatt Snyder. Now, as we go down the back straightaway, Allgaier losing a bit of time. He's in third place. Relative to the bubble, though, he's actually now So he's just right around that bubble speed right now. Into turn 4. Off of turn 3. It looks like he's going to be just below that cut line, or just above that cut line, I should say. But yeah, these JRM cars don't seem to have the most pace this weekend, but that's been kind of a common theme. Like I said, the RCR cars and the RCR affiliates tend to have the most speed at the plate tracks, but Allgaier is going to put that number 7 machine 7th on the board. Here comes the 11 of Daniel Hemrick, and with only 5 more cars to go, your top 5 are safe for the next round of qualifying. Jade Buford currently the car on the cut line. Oh, right now, Hemrick, though, tracking below the cut line by just a bit, making up some time. His teammate Chandler Smith went 6th on the board. Down the back straightaway. This is probably going to put him well inside the top 10 here. This is a really good lap time for Hemrick. This is probably going to knock Buford out. After Hemrick, the next car to qualify is Brandon Jones. Then CJ McLaughlin in the 35, so I have a feeling he's probably not going to go in the top 10. So then you have Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith. So most likely your top 6 or 7 are safe as of right now. But Daniel Hemrick is going to go 2nd on the board. A really strong lap time there from Hemrick. So now Nemechek is the driver on the cut line, and here comes Brandon Jones. These Junior Motorsports cars have been right around that cut line so far, so I'm not quite sure if he'll be able to put it in the top 10 or not. Here he comes, though, to start his flying lap. Right now, as he's coming off a turn 2, that 9 is like dead even with the 20 car. Down the back straightaway. Jones edging out a little bit ahead of Nemechek. Coming off of turn 4. It's going to be really close between Jones and Nemechek. As we come into the tri-oval, it says he's in the red, but on the graphic it looks like he's ahead. I don't know. It's really confusing right here. And he is going to go 11th, so just short of Nemechek right there. So Nemechek stays safe, and with only 3 more cars to go, that means your top 8 or your top 7 are locked into the next round of qualifying, and the next car to go is CJ McLaughlin in the 35 for Emerling Gase Racing. Now, CJ is not really worried about getting in the top 10. He's just worried he's able to make this show. If Dexter Stacy can go ahead of whatever lap time CJ McLaughlin has, then he'll be locked into the show. If McLaughlin beats Dexter Stacy, then he is in the show. And right now, I think Stacy is probably going to be safe. Currently, McLaughlin is going to be about an 8/10 or so off the lead. He is going to be right about even with Dexter Stacy, actually. As he come off a turn 4, McLaughlin is going to put that 35, 29th on the board, which relative to Dexter Stacy is 2 positions ahead of him. So that is going to be enough to put McLaughlin in the show, and that's probably going to keep Stacy out. Still to go, Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith currently are bottom 11. LeBay, Awuji, Vargas, Gase, Hill, Smithley, Ellis, Blicky, Chase, Clements, and Stacy. Not quite sure which of those guys are going to be going home. But we'll figure that out probably after the next 2 cars that go. Here comes Sam Mayer, who is about 0.5 off of the top 10 right now. That's where these Junior Motorsports cars have been. They're just about 0.5 off of Nemechek's lap time right here. Now, I think Nemechek might be at risk of being knocked down to the top 10 by his teammate Sammy Smith here. Yeah, I have a feeling Sam Mayer's going to come up short. He's looking at right around probably about 11th or 13th. As we come through the tri-oval, Sam Mayer is going to go. Sam Mayer is going to go 14th on the board. 14th on the board. Only one car left to go. Sammy Smith. He's a rookie this season, but he's probably going to be in contention for the championship the way he raced in some of his couple runoffs in last year's Xfinity Series season. As they go through turns 1 and 2. I said that, but here comes Sammy Smith. He's about a 10th off of his teammate's lap time right now. Nemechek is liking what he's seeing as Sammy Smith, as they go down to the back straightaway, he's going to need a big tailwind here. And he is not getting it. Sammy Smith is about a 10th off of Nemechek's lap time right now. Quite a bit slower than his other Joe Gibbs teammates. This might be probably good enough for 16th or so. As they come off a turn 4, your top 10 are going to be set for the second round of qualifying. And Sammy Smith is going to put that number 18 Toyota 15th on the board. So Nemechek survives your top 10 going to another round of qualifying. Austin Hill, Daniel Emmerich, Kligerman, Alfredo, Creed, Herbst, Chandler Smith, Allgaier, Custer, and John Hunter Nemechek. Thanks to everybody watching so far. Appreciate it. If you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We got 30 people watching. We got 21 likes. I appreciate it. But I think we're going to figure out once we come back from commercial break who's made the show and who hasn't. 6 cars will go home. There are 5 provisionals given out to the bottom 11. In your bottom 11 were Labella, Wuji, Vargas, Gase, Hill, Smithley, Ellis, Blicky, Chase, Clements, and Stacy. I know Smithley. Who is it? Not Smithley. I'm totally blank. Clements has a bye. He has a provisional because he won this race last year. So I know that Clements will be locked into he will be locked into the show tonight. And then based off of owners' points, I'm pretty sure that Smithley and maybe Gase will be in the next round. I have a bad feeling for Wuji, Vargas, Timmy Hill, Josh Bilicki, and Parker Chase. Those 5 cars I don't think are going to be in the next round, but we'll see here. It's a shame not all these guys can make the show, and we couldn't just have a massive 44-car race in the Xfinity Series. I'm excited, though, for this ARCA race today. There are a couple other Western New Yorkers that'll be competing in it today. The 73 of Andy Jakowiak, the 62 of Steve Lewis Jr. Those 2 guys, I'm really hoping they have some good success today. But thanks to everybody watching so far this weekend. It has been a pretty successful weekend this far. Hopefully we get to 3,300 subscribers by the end of the day. Maybe even 3,400, depending on how this Xfinity stream goes this afternoon. Just looking to see, or here, I probably can check Twitter to see who the DNQs are, actually. Okay, so I'm looking at what Bob Pockrass, if he said anything about who the DNQs are. Okay, so we haven't. I don't have anything update. I don't have any updates on Twitter. Looking who are other good Twitter reporters. Who are the DNQs? Okay. Here are the DNQs. Timmy Hill, Alex LeBay, Dexter Stacy, Ryan Vargas, Josh Bilicki, and Garrett Smithley will not make it into the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Daytona. Tough breaks for... Oh, wait. Got an incorrect one here. Actually, no. Don't quote me on that now because I've seen a couple different reports that have all been different. Okay. I think I was right. So Hill, LeBay, Stacy, Vargas, Bilicki, Smithley all will not qualify. Tough break for all those drivers. Smithley will be trying to run full-time this year, so he's going to be back next weekend at Auto Club. Josh Bilicki, though, this was a one-off start with DGM. I'm pretty sure last year they made this race and finished inside the top 10, so that's a tough break for that team. Vargas obviously is trying to revamp Mike Harmon Racing, and obviously their first start back is not a good one. The 66 of Dexter Stacy, they'll be back next week, I'm pretty sure, with MBM. I don't think he'll be in the car, but tough way to start off all these guys' season. Timmy Hill as well. Don't like to see that. MBM, both of their cars do not make the show. Really tough break for that team. The 36 of Alex LeBay. So that means 2 DGM cars and 2 MBM cars do not make the show here in qualifying. That's a tough break. A lot of journeyman drivers right there. Ski, that's the hope, but there have been so many bots streaming the races that I may not get any. Like the Clash last week, it was dreadful. Or, well, this 2 weeks ago, it was dreadful because there's so many bots, at least like 10 that were streaming the race. Same with the duels, there were a couple bots streaming the race. But hey, we still had success during the duels, so I guess, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. So still your top 10 to go to set your top 10 for the race this afternoon. And then we will be cutting things off on here. And we'll be back, though, in about a half hour for the ARCA race at 1:30. We're going to actually set up that stream right now. Trying to see what's like the official name for the ARCA race. Oh, shoot. The ARCA race is called, just because I'm working on setting up that stream. Bro, what the... Hold up 1 second, guys. So the ARCA race is... Oh, is it literally just the Daytona 200? ARCA. Daytona. ARCA Daytona 200. There we go. Still under commercial break here, just working on setting up that ARCA stream. I'll check back in on the chat here in just a second. Oh, I think they might actually have made it the Brandt 200 last second. Okay, okay. Thanks, everybody, tuning in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss the ARCA stream later today. That's what we're working on setting up right now. Okay. Huh. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, anyways, we'll finish updating the graphic in a moment. Thanks to everybody watching right now. I'll come back to you guys. What is going on? Had a little problemo. Well, that's peculiar. Okay, and John or Nemechek is going to fire off. They are going to now run, and I'm not sure if it's inverse order or just random order now. Hold on here just a moment. I don't know. It's doing weird things on my end. It's doing weird things. That seems to be a consistent pattern on here. Now here comes Nemechek off at turn 4 to start his flying lap. He was 10th quickest in round 1. So he has nowhere to go but up. Oops. And right now he's going around. I'm really interested to just see how Alfredo does during this run now after, what seemed to be like a miracle run in round 1. I want to see if he somehow is able to continue with that pace that they had. So Nemechek goes with a 49.542. So that was a 10th quicker than what he ran in his first qualifying run. So we'll see if there's any pickup for the other guys. Now here comes Custer. Right now, Custer's blowing Nemechek's time out of the water. He is a 10th and got some extra change faster than that 20 as he comes off of turn 4. He's looking to be actually a 10th and a half faster into the tri-oval. This will be good for a 49.4 something. A 49.364. That would have been just about even with the fastest times, or some of the fastest times we saw in round 1. So big pickup for Custer. We'll see if that pace pickup continues. Right now, Allgaier through turns 1 and 2 a little bit slower than Custer, faster than Nemechek down the back straightaway. Yeah, I'm going to save that there. Okay, the Arca stream almost set up. Oops. So Allgaier goes second with a 49.39. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of pickup right now for almost every car that has run so far. Brant 200. Okay. This time at the line, Chandler Smith's going to be the fourth of all the cars that have gone so far, 49.560. So not ideal there. That's the first real fall off we've seen. Oh, oops. Okay. Herbst is basically dead even with his teammate. No surprise there. Those cars are probably set up the exact same way. It probably just comes down to who is the better warm-up lapper, the better tailwind, headwind, etc. So as they go into turns 3 and 4, Herbst is starting to fade more and more off of Custer. So that right now he's tracking in about 3rd place near Nemechek, and he might drop back to 4th here. Herbst can't hang with his teammate Cole Custer as they come off a turn 4. Herbst's going to slot into 4th. Actually, he's going to go all the way down in 5th. So, yeah, I'd have to imagine it's probably wind more than, the driver's talent or anything like that. But they're probably hoping for more than that in that 98 team effort. So it looks like the drivers are facing a headwind down the back straightaway at the moment. Okay, now down the back straightaway, Sheldon Creed running about 3/100ths off of Custer's time. He's tracking in right about 2nd place, right between, or maybe 3rd here. Allgaier might beat him out here as they come off a turn 4. Oh, no, now Creed making up a little bit of time. It's going to be close. The gap is literally just a couple hundredths of a second at the line. Creed will go second with a 49.392, only 2/1000ths of a second faster than Allgaier. Now here comes Alfredo. I want to see what this man can do. He had a crazy time in lap 1. Was definitely kind of like the odd man out in the top 10 in round 1. And I wonder how this second lap will go relative to the first. Right now he's tracking in 4th place or so, but I don't know. We'll see if that 78 picks up a lot of speed down the back straightaway again. And it doesn't look like it. Must have just gotten a great tailwind or something in that first round of qualifying. Still, it probably has a solid car, at least compared to his teammate. Obviously, only one of them are making the show. But, yeah, looking to be 6th overall here. Probably will end up 10th after all is said and done. But I'm sure they'll take it, considering they were not guaranteed a spot on points coming into the weekend. I don't even know what Brandt is, but they just sponsor a lot of NASCAR stuff. Appreciate it, Tony. As they come off their turn 4, here comes Parker Kligerman to start his qualifying lap. I think a lot of people have high hopes for Kligerman this year. He's full-time once again in the Xfinity Series with Big Machine Racing, who got their first win last year with Tyler Reddick and shows some great pace at times. Kligerman got himself a win in the Truck Series last year. I also have high hopes for Kligerman. I think some people are maybe having a little bit too high of expectations for this 48 machine, but I would certainly imagine that they will make the playoffs probably pretty easily. And they'll probably be able to pick up a win somewhere along the line. He's not probably as talented as Tyler Reddick was last year in that 48 part-time, but he's still a really solid driver. Now here he comes off of turn 4, and he's tracking in the green once again, and he is going to go to the top of the board with a 49.331. That was pretty close to what he ran in the first round of qualifying with only 2 cars left to go. Hemrick and Hill, is there any chance that Kligerman gets dethroned? I think Hill's got the best shot at running the fastest time here. He was the only driver to get into the 49.2s in round 1 of qualifying. Agree with you, Josh. Now I'm interested, what is Brandt? Well, Hemrick runs his qualifying lap. What is Brandt? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Brandt is okay. Brandt is the world's largest privately owned John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer. So a John Deere dealership in the United States and Canada. And the company's net worth is about $500 million. But here comes Hemrick, and he will go 5th overall at the line. So yeah, if they are worth over $500 million, then they can probably throw away about a couple million a year towards a little Xfinity Series team. Austin Hill, like I said, I thought he was going to be able to take the pole here. And he's got a 10th over Parker Kligerman, and they are just getting on the back straightaway. And, man, yeah. Oh, he's starting to lose some time, though, into turn 1. Maybe he didn't get that same tailwind that Kligerman had. Oh, here they come to the line. El Hill's gaining back on him. Oh, and Hill's going to take the pole with a 49.298. Once again, the only driver to even get into the 49 twos in both the first round and second round of qualifying. But Austin Hill will start on pole for the beef. It's What's for Dinner 300 later today at 5 o'clock. Well, make sure you guys tune in for that later. I'm going to step aside here for about half an hour. Chris Davis, you got back? Well, I'm about to step aside until we get back for the ARCA race at 1:30. That race will be on FS1 if you're looking to tune in on your own television at home. Thanks to everybody who tuned in here. Make sure, share this channel with your NASCAR friends. They can tune in this weekend for all the Daytona action. I'd appreciate it. Only 18 subscribers away from 3,300. Maybe we'll get that during the ARCA race. And we all know the ARCA breaks and all the chaos that happens every year during that ARCA race at Daytona. So we're going to be in for a good one. I am going to step aside, though. See you guys in a half hour. I'm Jack. This is Freeman Motorsports. I'm signing off.